Yes.
Okay, great guys. So this one has been created. Our machine has been created. We have created one network security group with this machine, right? So either we can create a network security group with machine, or we can create it from the portal directly. So we'll see that, right? So let's have a look. This is the machine which we are talking about. This has been created. First, let's take a remote of this machine. I told you public IP we use only for training purpose, just to take the remote of this machine. In actual environment, there is no public IP. So whenever I am referring to IP, I always mean uh, private IP, unless I specifically say that. So this is the machine I have created, and I told you that I do have a website on this one. So if you guys want to check this website, please go ahead and access this IP address, and you should be able to browse this website on my server. As of now, we are just looking at the inbound traffic of a machine. This website you should be able to see. I'm sharing the link on the IP address on Zoom chat. Please go ahead, have a look. Let me know if you guys are able to access it. This website is hosted in my server, the one which I just deployed. This is the server where this website is hosted. I'm waiting for the confirmation, guys. Anyone
Yes,
is
sir,
able to
I can
access?
access it.
Yes, yes.
You guys
Yes.
are able
Able
to
to
access.
see.
Great. Fine. Now, why are you able to see that server has a website? It's okay. That's fine. That is the reason. But at what level have I allowed that? Right? So I have allowed it here at this one. These two ports, I'm allowing you to access the website. This is the port number. Port number, it's associated with website. It's 80 and 443. Port number with RDP, it's 3389. You don't have to spend enough time in understanding of the port number. Just remember these few commons and famous port numbers. That should be more than enough. But port number अगर explain करूँ तो बस एक सर्विस के साथ एक पोर्ट को जो ना affiliate कर दिया है. That okay, RDP होगा तो उसका पोर्ट 3389 होगा, and that too it's not permanent. उसको भी कस्टमाइज किया जा सकता है, बट परमानेंट आई मीन द डिफॉल्ट पोर्ट नंबर यही आता है. इफ इट इज RDP, then by default you are using port 3389. You don't have to put anything, you don't have to mention anything. But if I am accessing a website, ब्राउजर से कुछ एक्सेस कर रहा हूं मैं, तो सर्वर को भी पता है, ब्राउज करने वाले को सबको पता है that if it is something is being accessed by a browser, which means it is on port 80 और port 443. ये नॉट सिक्योर है, मतलब पोर्ट 80 हुआ. और किसी बैंक का वेबसाइट वगैरह आप देख लो अगर, or if you open anything, the moment it comes at HTTPS here at the beginning, if you see HTTPS, this one, I hope you guys can see, I'm highlighting it on my browser address bar. Can you see it, guys? The moment you see HTTPS, it means it is a secure website and it is working on port 443. In my website, it's not a banking website. This is just for practice purpose I have created. I don't require any secure website. उसके लिए certificate purchase करना पड़ता है. It's a long process. So I don't need that. So this is a not secure website. This works on port 80. But you don't have to mention anything. If it is working on browser, it is implied that it is either on 80 or 443, and it takes automatically, right? So you don't have to worry about it. But what you have to do, what have I done here? On my server, I have allowed HTTP and HTTPS both traffics. Hence, someone from outside is able to do this. Now, if I just want to block that, right, what can I do? I can simply delete this and you will not be able to access the website. Is it clear to everyone? We can try that also. If you want, let me try it. Let me delete it. Which NSG are we talking about here, guys? Okay, guys, I deleted it from wrong NSG, I guess.
Yes, it's your machine,
Yeah, it's my machine. So
TC001.
this is the reason I don't take that machine for practice. But that's okay. I will apply it again. So we are here on this machine. If I want to, if I want to block the internet access, incoming internet access, I have a website on that machine, but I do not want anyone to access that website. So how will I block it? And that is irrespective of the IP. Right? I told you, by the way, public IP, it's not in picture. We never use that. So let's consider कि सब कुछ हम private IP की ही बात करें. I had to give you public IP because you guys are not in the same network, right? But it will work in the same manner. Now, if I have another machine in this VNet, I will be able to access this website same as you guys are doing using private IP. So if I block, वो दोनों पे होगा. If I allow, वो दोनों पे होगा. ठीक है? So if I have to block, what will I do? Yes, guys. If I have to block, what will I do? Which roles will I change? Which rule? Where? I do not want anyone to access website which is there on my server.
Inbound rule we have to block HTTP inbound rule.
Yes, inbound rules, we have to block HTTP, but whose inbound rules? We have to block the inbound rule of your network security group. Which network security group? The network security group which is affiliated with this machine. So this is my machine. It is running. This is the machine. Where can I have network security group? What are the scope? One scope is subnet level. The another scope is NIC. So first let's go to network security group. Sorry, network settings, and check if we have any network security group. So do I have any network security group for this machine?
Yes, we have.
So let's go to that network security group. Which rules are we talking about? Outbound or inbound?
Inbound.
Inbound rule.
Inbound
Which
rule.
rules do I have to delete? So my
HTTP.
HTTP,
yes.
HTTP.
HTTPS. Both.
S will also do, but my website doesn't have S, so it's okay. I delete it, I don't delete it, doesn't matter. Like SSH, I'm not even using it. If I keep it, I leave it. But from security point of view, it is never ever recommended. And in your live environment, and this can be your interview question also, that how do you make sure that your machine is secure? And this is one of the segments or one of the factors you can say, that to make sure that no unnecessarily port is open. If your application or your machine, your application business requirement, they're not mentioning SSH, they do not require SSH, then why is it open? If it is not required, it should not be there. ये पोर्ट ओपन करना बहुत ही सिंपल दिखता है आप लोगों को यहाँ पर, बट फॉर दिस यू गेट a request with huge list of approvers. It will go to IS team, it will go to XYZ team, ABC team, application team. They will have a meeting on that. What will happen? What are the repercussions if I open this, etc., etc. It's a long time they spend, and then they come to a decision whether some port should be open or not. So you cannot simply do that just because you feel like opening it, or someone has asked you to open SSH port and you can't recall the number of SSH port. So what are you doing? Let's open all of them. SSH उसमें आ ही जाएगा है ना. Let's say that they have asked you to open SSH port and they forgot to give you the port number, but you can easily Google it or you can ask in the same request. But what you cannot do is just type custom and type any. What will this do? This will definitely open port 22. Will it or will it not? If I do this, will it open port 22 or will it not open port 22, guys?
Yes, it will
Star,
open.
star
It
का
will
मतलब होता
open.
है everything. Star का मतलब. But then what am I doing? I'm opening. They asked me to open one door, and I opened everything, all the doors, all windows, and everything. Now my house is just, it's welcoming the robbers and hackers and everyone. That is what I'm doing when I do this. So we never do that. And even a single port we will not do unless someone has asked you to do that. So I've removed the ports for SSH. Sorry, I've removed the port for HTTP and HTTPS. Now let's go back to the machine and check, or maybe you guys can just refresh the window, refresh the window and check if the website is still accessible, or just open it in a new browser. Let's try. And if it is still working, it takes some time. Open that browser, whichever you're using. Sorry, close that browser, open a new browser or a new tab, and then try. because your old browser will have some cache memory and you won't even come to know वो चल रहा है या पुराने cache से ही ये कर रहा है. Yes guys, anyone is trying the website?
It's not accessible for me.
Yes, sir, not working.
Got it guys?
Yes, not working. Right.
This is how you block some access. This is how you allow some access. This we were talking about inbound. So before I go to outbound, let me quickly explain these rules to you. What are the default rules? Let me delete these rules also, so it will be easier for you to understand. I'm just deleting it, so there should not be any confusion. So it will be, you will have a clear picture. What about others guys? Are you getting it? Are you understanding it? Nirmal, is it clear? Ashar, Ganesh, Ilyas?
Yes,
Sir,
bhai,
I
it is
hope
clear.
it's clear to you.
Yes.
I hope Satish,
Yeah.
it is clear to you. Satish, are you getting it? Satish bhai?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yusuf, I hope you're getting it. You joined after a long time. I think he's on mute. Preeti, I understand this is your first
Yes,
class.
sir. Yes, sir.
Getting
Sorry,
it
sir.
somehow.
Actually.
Yeah, no problem, Yusuf bhai. I got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so now let's discuss the default rules which we get. By the way, what is the priority number I can use for custom rules? Who can answer that?
Priority will be 0.
100 to 4096.
490.
4096. It's between 100. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah,
All correct
it's
answers I'm
between
listening. Yeah. 100 to
100
40906. Yeah, 4096.
906.
Yes, guys. Make sure you know this. Very simple question, and it is expected from you to when you claim that you have worked on Azure or AWS. I mean, it's not there in the AWS in similar manner, but in different manner. But if you claim that you have worked on Azure for these many years, so ये बहुत ही basic question हो गया आप लोगों के लिए. It should be tip of your tongue. It should be there on tip of your tongue, and you should be able to answer it very quickly. Then only your interviewer will have that confidence that हाँ सही में इसने काम किया. Otherwise it will be easier for him to figure it out कि ये fake experience है, right? Okay, so let's discuss about inbound rules first, and then we'll go for outbound rules. Now what the inbound rules say is, forget the number, these numbers they have given for some reason, I don't know, we cannot even use these numbers. First rule says allow VNet inbound. What does it mean? And the port, it says any, मतलब कोई भी port हो, 3389, 80443, XYZ, FTP port, SSH port, any port, they have just given any port. प्रोटोकॉल, ये जो मैंने गिनाया अभी वो उन्हीं के प्रोटोकॉल है, ठीक है. HTTP उसका पोर्ट होता है 80, HTTPS प्रोटोकॉल, HTTPS का पोर्ट होता है 443, HTTPS is the protocol, RDPS प्रोटोकॉल उसका पोर्ट होता है 3389. So it's one and same thing. They have allowed any port, any protocol. Fine. This is just name by the way. ये नाम कुछ भी हो सकता है, नाम से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You write it deny here और आप उसको actual में allow कर दो, so उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. This is just name for your understanding. So what does it say? That any port, any protocol, any source, any destination, it's allowed. So any के बदले यहाँ पर क्या है? Virtual network. If this was any, तो हर जगह से हर ट्रैफिक सबको चला होती. Now what do you understand by virtual network? Which virtual network it is talking about? Is this clear guys? This image is clear. Should I raise it?
The virtual network in which the machine is prepared.
Right. Should I erase this one guys?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say that I have a virtual network and I have multiple subnets in it. And we all know that subnets talk to each other by default, and either all subnets or machines within them, they will have one NSG at least. So here let's imagine that we have NSGs at subnet level. We're not going at the NIC level as of now, but it will work in the same manner. So now what am I saying? All these NSGs, क्या rule है इनके ऊपर? What rules it has? If I go ahead and check the default rule, what does it say? The first default rule, any port, any protocol, source. What do you mean by source, guys? If you guys are accessing my website, which is source? My server or you guys? Your laptop. What is source? Is your
Our
laptop
My
laptop is
source?
a
laptop.
source.
Yes. And what is destination?
Your
Website.
machine.
Yes. My website, my
Your
IP
laptop.
address, which I have given, that is the
IP.
destination. So yes, IP address, my machine, that is your destination. What does it say here? What is the source?
Virtual network.
Virtual
And
network.
what is the destination?
Virtual network.
Right. So what does it say? That any kind of traffic on any protocol it is allowed. What does it say? The action, is it allow or deny?
Allow.
So is this part clear? Port, protocol and allow. ठीक है, किसी भी तरह के पोर्ट पे कोई भी तरह का प्रोटोकॉल, किसी भी तरह की ट्रैफिक हम अलाउ कर रहे हैं. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द सोर्स एंड डेस्टिनेशन. ठीक है, बट फ्रॉम वेयर टू वेयर? Is it from one machine to another machine? Is it from one subnet to another subnet, or what is it? So which virtual network it is talking about? Someone already answered that. Let's just elaborate it. Which virtual network are we talking about? This is the sub network security group we have, and this network security group has 6 default roles, 3 inbound roles. One of them, it says that traffic from any virtual traffic from virtual network, any port, any protocol, it's allowed. So which virtual network it is talking about? This one also has the same rule, this one also has the same rule, and this one also has the same rule. So which virtual network is it talking about, this energy?
The VNet in which the machine is being prepared.
Yes, this energy is talking about this virtual network base. Got it? So what does it say? That any traffic which is being generated within this virtual network, इस virtual network में जो कुछ भी है. So by the way, can I have a server or a storage account or any resource directly on a virtual network?
No.
No, we
What do
cannot.
I need? Between
Subnet.
a subnet,
Subnet
right?
we need.
We require subnet.
Right. So in a talking term, it says it's virtual network, but then traffic कहाँ से आने वाला है? Definitely किसी न किसी subnet से आएगा. So when it says that traffic from any virtual network, traffic from virtual network is allowed, तो उस virtual network में क्या है जो traffic भेज सकता है? Those are subnets. So this rule allows, here in this rule we are saying कि इस virtual network में कहीं से भी कोई traffic आ जाए और कहीं पर भी जाना हो. For example, traffic is coming from this subnet and traffic wants to go to this subnet, or from this subnet to this subnet, from this to this subnet, or from this subnet to this subnet, or this to this subnet. Anyhow, anyway, wherever, however. So that is allowed. Where are we saying that? We are saying that on this network security group inbound rules, and we are not doing that. It is a by default rule. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Now you know why subnets can talk to each other. We have been discussing this, that subnets can talk to each other, subnets can talk to each other. Now do you know the rationale behind it, that why can they talk to each other?
Yes.
Yes. Understood.
So network security group, you can go from here also, you can directly search for network security group, come to your network security group और यहाँ से भी आप इसको setting कर सकते हैं. It's the same thing. You do it from there, you do it from here, you go there, you come from here. Ultimately, this is the same resource. Okay, so allow VNet inbound traffic. It's there. This is the reason you are able to speak to all other subnets. But this is inbound. Fine. I am saying कि ये inbound के लिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. But यहाँ से traffic जाएगा. ठीक है, यहाँ से traffic और यहाँ से traffic जाएगा. ये outbound में allowed है. Where am I saying this? Inbound तो ठीक है. Inbound I will accept it when it comes to me. But even for it to come to me, it will have to go to one NSG, right? This is the NSG. तो outbound में allow होना चाहिए या नहीं होना चाहिए? To have the traffic flowing in both ways. What do you think?
Yes. It should be allowed.
Yes,
It should be allowed. Right?
Are you guys getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
So now let's go and check outbound rules का पहला वाला. What does it say? Allow VNet outbound. Any port, any protocol, virtual network, virtual network. So combination of these two, इन दोनों को मिलाकर आपका पूरा का पूरा communication जो है वो हो रहा है between all VNets. That is the reason your VNets they can talk to each other without any peering, without doing anything. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yes,
So
Ulva.
this is a simple formula to remember also. Remember one thing, that allow all traffic within virtual network. It is common in inbound and outbound. दोनों में हो गया. तो 6 में से 2 rules तो आपने ऐसे ही याद कर लिए. Now let's look at the next rule. Last के 2 rule भी बहुत easy है, so you won't have to worry about it. बीच के 2 rules है, बस उस पे थोड़ा सा time हमको spend करना है. Now the inbound one, what does it say? Allow Azure load balancer. Now we have already discussed load balancer. People who have not people who are not there in load balancer, it could be a bit difficult for you to understand, but with logic you will get this also. So what does it say? That any traffic, this is the name of the rule. What does it say? On any port, any protocol, if the traffic is coming from Azure load balancer and the destination is any, as in any virtual machine in that in this manner, or any storage account, anything, it will allow the traffic. Getting it? So when you put a load balancer somewhere here, load balancer जब आप ये रखते हो तो उसका ट्रैफिक भी जो है वो ये हो जाता है, अलाउ कर देता है. That is the reason you can have your load balancer in front of your virtual machine scale set and it will work. Got it, guys? Yes, no, any confusion? और ये वैसे भी उतना नहीं समझ में आता तो don't worry, बस इसको याद जरूर कर लेना आप लोग. But still, if you did not get it, let me know. Did you understand it or you didn't understand it? The load balancer point.
Got it, Soil.
What about others other than Uzaif?
Yes, it
Yes,
is
got
clear
it.
by.
Yes, Ulva.
Okay. I'll again open the load balancer for your understanding. No questions, guys? Yes, guys, any questions do you have?
Little confused.
Yes, ask. What is the confusion? Ask.
यहाँ पे लोड बैलेंसर कहाँ पे आएगा? मतलब एक्चुअली जो आपने पेंट में जो डायग्राम ड्रॉ किया है ना उसमें.
You guys, we have done load balancer, right? Load balancer कहाँ पर आता है, guys? Don't mind, I'm just asking cross questions. I have told you that I will be asking cross questions.
Outside the VNet.
Yes, this is what I was looking for. That when I say कि first वाले rule में already virtual network में सारा communication हो रहा है, then why do I need load balancer separately? Why? Because load balancer, it is not a part of virtual network. This is the reason I opened this portal also. Look at this. When I deploy a load balancer, am I selecting any virtual network? It is a part of your virtual network. Is it a part of your virtual network, please?
No, when the traffic is high traffic is coming from that, he distributing the traffic to VNets.
Yes. Did you understand it? Whoever asked कि इस picture में कहाँ पर आएगा? इसमें कहीं पर नहीं आएगा. Load balancer will be somewhere here outside your virtual network. This is the reason we needed that rule कि यहाँ से आने वाला traffic को भी हम allow करेंगे. If it was a inside virtual network, then it would have been covered already in your first rule. इस rule में वो cover हो जाता. Got it, guys?
हाँ, yes.
Load balancer. Do you remember now?
Sir, can we deploy
Single point of
multiple
contact. Yes.
sir, hello.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, we can deploy multiple load balancer.
Yes, we can. We have covered that in load balancer topic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have multiple load balancers. You can have multiple load balancers. You can have load balancer in front of load balancer. You can have here, I can have 3 load balancers, and again I can have one more load balancer in front of them. I can do that.
Soil,
Yes.
I guess we haven't covered this load balancer topic.
We have not?
No,
No.
we have not covered.
No worries then, we'll cover. No, but this part we have for sure covered. I remember I showed this picture to you, and then we discussed how it works, how the traffic comes, and how will it distribute. In detail, we have not
Yes.
covered, that I know. But this part, it's already covered, right? I've
Yes.
shown this
Yes, we
one
have
also
covered
to you.
this.
Yes. In detail, don't worry. That is a part of networking. Again, it will come after this, after maybe 2-3 sessions. We're gonna cover that. Don't worry about that. But this much we have covered, that it is not a part of your virtual network. It is not a part of your virtual network. इसलिए हम लोगों को एक अलग से rule इसमें लग गया, which is by default rule created by uh, Azure. Okay, so this is the second rule in inbound. Okay, load balancer से जो भी traffic आएगा, that will be allowed. Now let's have a look at the second rule in outbound. What is the outbound rule? Allow internet. This one I just explained. Do you guys want me to explain it again? What does it say? That any port, any protocol, source any. ये source, what do you mean by any? इसको मैं explain करूंगा. When we start creating our custom rules, that time you guys will understand this in a better manner. But as of now, just understand. Source any and destination internet. अभी इंटरनेट को Azure कैसे डिफाइन करता है? You don't have to worry. The moment you mention here internet, you will get an option to select internet. It's Azure's job how to define internet के इंटरनेट में क्या क्या आता है, Azure सब ब्लॉक कर देगा. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go and block use google.com, yahoo.com, youtube.com. You don't have to do that. The moment you say internet, Azure knows what is internet.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, it's a part of load balancer, or it's not, because it's saying allow internet outbound, means it's a not part of a load balancer, right?
No, definitely. We are
when
talking about outbound rules. Load balancer is done here.
Okay,
इनबाउंड में
okay.
3 रूल है कि वर्चुअल नेटवर्क के ट्रैफिक को अलाउ कर रहा है, लोड बैलेंसर के ट्रैफिक को अलाउ कर रहा है. आउटबाउंड में 3 रूल है. आउटबाउंड ट्रैफिक वर्चुअल नेटवर्क की अलाउ कर रहा है. सेकंड रूल है इंटरनेट को अलाउ कर रहा है. It has nothing to do with load balancer.
Okay, okay.
Clear guys, still here? These not are always, they are not correlated. First वाले में correlated है because virtual machine में communication होगा ही नहीं. If I say कि ठीक है, I am allowing everything. Inbound में मैं सबको allow कर रहा हूँ. This one says मैं भी allow कर रहा हूँ, ये बोलता है मैं भी allow कर रहा हूँ, ये बोल रहा है मैं भी allow कर रहा हूँ. It's okay. But you are not letting anyone go out. Then what's the use of it? Are you guys getting it? That you plan a party or something and you are saying that okay fine, all guests are welcome, all can gather here, and everyone is saying same thing. And when it comes to letting people go outside your home, maybe your kids, maybe your nephew, your niece, you're not letting anyone go out. Is it going to work? No one is going out. So what's the use of other people welcoming you? इतने ऐसे में अगर ये बोल रहा है कि ठीक है I am welcoming the traffic, so there has to be some traffic. किसी को आना चाहिए तभी तो वो welcome करेगा. So that is the reason these are correlated, that it is in accepting incoming traffic, and also it is letting outgoing, letting the traffic go from outside. Then it works.
Sir.
Hmm.
Sir, if you are allowing in inbounding for load balancer, then it should be have outbounding also, no? Load balancer.
No, why
Then-
should it have? That will learn in
Sir-
load balancer. On load balancer, I
Oh.
can have a server where I just want to run my website. A server where I'm just running my website. I do not want anyone to go on that server and access youtube.com.
No, means when traffic is coming, when we are outside, is someone is pinging, heavy traffic
we'll
is going
discuss.
on.
We'll
Okay.
discuss that when we discuss load balancer. We are just discussing as of now this one, inbound and outbound rules, which are the default rules. And that is definitely not necessary. I mean, if this is my application, I'm just getting the traffic. I don't have to send any reply. My application's nature could be just take the intake. I don't have to send the
Okay.
reply all the time. I'm just capturing the data from here, and I'm maybe doing it, saving it in my database. That depends on the nature of the application, right? So we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry. And even if there is something, we can configure that in load balancer. We'll see that when we see load balancer. As of now, is it clear guys, the first rule to everyone?
Yes, sir.
First rule in inbound and outbound, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Second
Yes.
rule in inbound, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Second rule in outbound, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Because this is allowed, this is the reason. Even if a newly created machine is there, this is the machine we have, right? If I open some browser and if I open google.com, will I be able to access Google? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Because it is allowed. By default, it is allowed. On the same machine now, I have a website and you guys want to access my website. I am able to access website. Now you want to access my website. Will you be able to do that? Looking at these rules?
No.
Why not?
Because the HTTP port is not enabled here.
And where do you see that?
Not available in the inbound and inbound rule.
So not available का मतलब ये थोड़ी ना disable ही होगा. If I don't have any rule, it could be enable also. Why are you thinking if I have not allowed? Let's say I don't have a network security group at all. I delete the network security. I can have, by the way, I can have virtual machine without network security group. It is optional thing. But as of now, I have. It's okay, fine. But I have not enabled it. But मैंने disable भी कहाँ पर किया है? Have I done it?
No.
It is denying all inbound rule.
Yes. Whoever answered that is correct. Guys. It's clearly you guys did not go through this one. It's very important. I told you guys to read it properly at least once, and it is self-explanatory. Look at the third rule. What does it say? That apart from these two rules, everything else is denied. Deny all inbound. So what is allowed? Inbound में क्या allow है? जो virtual network से आ रहा है बस वो, और जो Azure load balance से आ रहा है वो. उसके अलावा any port, any protocol, any source, any destination is denied. Clear? So this is where I say that HTTPS is blocked, HTTP is blocked, SSH is blocked, everything is blocked here. Why? Because I'm saying anything, any port, any protocol, any source, any destination is denied. Simply I have denied everything except for these two. इनको अलग से allow कर रखा है, तो ये allow हो रहे हैं. Otherwise everything is denied. Similarly, outbound में भी. Apart from internet and apart from virtual network, everything is denied. This is the reason I cannot go ahead and talk to some other virtual machine also, some other virtual network also. It's purely denied. Got it, guys?
Yes, we got it. Yes.
So this is the rule where you have denied everything. I mean, you as in by default you have denied. Now if we talk about कि यार यहाँ पे आपने सब कुछ deny कर रखा है और यहाँ पे in let's take this one, you have denied everything but you have allowed internet. तो कैसे पता चलेगा कि कौन सा रूल चलना चाहिए? That we have already discussed. Who can answer? That on what basis my NSG knows कि यहाँ पर block है और यहाँ पर allowed है, तो किसको priority ज्यादा दे रहा है वो? Based on what?
Priority numbers,
Yes. And what is the rule of the priority number?
lesser number
lowest number.
has
Yes.
has
Lesser
the
the
highest
number,
priority.
higher the
Small
priority.
number get, yeah, small
More
number
priority.
get more priority. Yeah.
Correct. So what is the number of this allow internet? What is the number? Yes, guys, can someone read? Is it readable?
65,001.
And you can see it in your
0,
screen
1.
also. 65,001. And what is the number for deny?
65500.
Which is the smaller
Sir,
number here? Obviously 65 1.
65,001.
500.
Yes.
So
1.
now you know that even if I've denied for everything, why this is being exception? Because it has smaller number. So this is one way to remember. The other way is ये इसी तरह में आता है, by the way, इसी order में आता है. So whichever rule is there at the top, that rule takes precedent. This one 65,000 है, ये पहले चलेगा, ये चलेगा, उसके बाद ये rule apply होगा. तो यहाँ पर अगर rule apply हो गया, allow है तो allow है. That's it. Now let's say I want to disable the internet access. What will I do? This machine, right? This is the machine. I'm able to access Google. I want to disable accessing Google. What can I do? Yes, guys, what can we do here? That if I open google.com, it should not work.
We can add a
Rule
rule
in
on
outbound.
outbound
Can I delete
security
this rule?
rules.
Can I delete this rule
No, we cannot delete
and
this.
change the
No.
priority? Can I change the
We can
priority?
increase.
No.
Yes, we
No.
can.
Right, so this is clear.
But
Can we
Default rule.
overridden with higher priority?
Yes. So I'll go ahead and create a rule to this one. Right? Which rule are we talking about? Inbound or outbound?
Outbound.
outbound.
So let's go to outbound rule. Here I am. What do I have to do? I have to add a rule. You can follow the same thing from here. Okay. जहाँ पे ये कर रखा है, allow कर रखा है, उसी तरह से ये कर लो, बस लास्ट में ब्लॉक कर लेना. So allow internet क्या बोलता है? If you want to, just for your practice, I'm showing it to you. Later on वो आपको आदत हो जाएगी अपने आप. You will figure it out. So take a screenshot. It's a better way. You take a screenshot. Okay. Now let's create a new rule. I have a screenshot and I'm creating a new rule. So let's say this is just for your practice. Later on you will get used to it. What does it say? Allow में क्या बोल रहा है? Allow internet outbound traffic. ठीक है. Port क्या बोल रहा है? Any port. Fine. Any port. Source, it was any source. Destination, any. और यहाँ पर था service tag. Service tag में मिलता है आपको internet. बहुत सारी चीजें मिलती है. As of now we are talking about internet. We can block virtual network communication भी, but as of now we're discussing internet. Service, if I keep custom, वो सब कुछ आ जाएगा. Port, if I put this one, ये सब any आ जाएगा. ये सब यहाँ पर any है, तो I am keeping it any. Do I want to allow internet or deny internet? What do I want to do?
Deny.
Deny
Deny.
internet.
And so name you can give anything. And number 100 होना चाहिए या कुछ भी हो सकता है. It could be anything but lesser than this number. तो वैसे भी अगर मैं maximum number भी लेता हूँ तो उससे lesser ही होगा. And add the rule. That's it. 30 seconds are pending, guys. This session will be ended. We'll rejoin the session in 5 minutes at 3:30 using the same link. और 5 मिनट लग जाते हैं वैसे भी इसको apply होने में. And we'll come back and check this machine whether we are able to access internet or not. Okay, I'm stopping the session now.